Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing a VOD review. This is actually for Stormie and this is a Gold 1 game. And just to premise this beforehand, they have warned me it is a very weird game. I'm gonna read out the description and then I kind of like just gonna watch this weird game, I guess, from Stormie. So it is a win and they only played Mercy, and the things that they wanted to work on, basically they've just put, it was a really fun game, but also a very chaotic one with a Frenchman yelling in VC the whole game. Which isn't always fun. I was healing a lot. I felt like a heal bot, but I ended up with almost 3k damage amped. It was a long game. I think my point to work on is my Valks. I've noticed in my games I'm popping ults and not getting much value out of them, as I think my team's going to push in, but they don't. Both enemy and my own. Alright, okay, so this was Stormie. We'll touch on the shouting, because obviously, you know, if you have people shouting at your VC, do not be afraid just to leave VC, because if you feel like it's not, you know, if the comms are not being helpful, just leave, because there's no point you sitting there and taking abuse from like this like random French person for no apparent reason whatsoever. You know, my key thing is if, you know, if people are being mean and you just can't focus or like concentrate and they're not providing anything to the game, you know, like you know, like commentary wise, just leave it. All right, okay. But with that though, obviously the healing like a lot thing I kind of understand, especially, you know, with all the mercy changes, stuff like that. But we'll look to see how much you are applying that damage boost. And with the Valks, I won't kind of say what I'm going to say about the Valks now, because obviously I want to kind of look to see when you're using that Valks. But as an overall premise, what happens with a lot with like lower rank Mercies is that you have to pop your Valk later compared to like what higher rank Mercy. I'll kind of like talk about this now actually, instead of going into it. Essentially, with like kind of like Masters and GM games and Champion games, whatever, you will like basically Mercies will pop their Valk pretty much and the team will just go in. Compared to in like your metal ranks, right? People are not going just to instantly walk in when you pop your Valk. So you kind of like have to hold back on it until you know that your team have fully started engaging. It's a little bit weird, I know, but it's like you kind of like just have to wait for the full-on engagement before you pop your Valk, basically. But we can have a look to see how it goes like during the VOD. But if you guys want your own VOD review, would you like your own free Mercy VOD review? I do them live on my Twitch on Sundays at 2 PM in the UK, but don't worry if you can't make that time, as I also do them offline and upload them straight to YouTube as well. They only cost 7,500 Koala Moolah, or channel points as they're probably better known, which you can get completely for free by watching like my streams basically. I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays at around 5:30 PM UK, so be sure to hop on over there, get saving, and you can have your very own VOD either shown live on stream or be done offline and just be posted to YouTube afterwards. For more info, do not be afraid to hop into the stream or come and join the Koala Creek Discord and ask one of my lovely mods over there. The link for that will be in the description. Now, back to the VOD. And yeah, so I guess we'll kind of like just get straight started. Apologies, I am back on my console today rather than doing it on the PC, so it means we might need to just be skipping about a little bit more than normal. It's just because it required an update and I couldn't bother to wait for the update because I'm lazy. Looking at the skin as well, we have a really, really cute combo. We have the Guangzhou charge. Yeah? I think it's the no, it's not the Guangzhou charge. Is it? I can't remember. I've not watched the League in absolutely ages. It's completely got out of my head. But really, really cute colour combos. I love the colours on this. With the little winter cookie as well. Such a good combo. Love the gold as well. It's really, really great. But yeah, my second support was playing Mystery Heroes for a while. I don't remember much of this game. It was over a week ago. No, that's alright, Stormie. Obviously, just quickly as well, before we get in, look at our team comp. We have a Rhine, a Soldier, a Widow, and a Kiriko. Kiriko is great, obviously, you know, try and keep up your Rhine. My only thing is, because you're playing Rhine, it might be that you have to go back to go and help him out a little bit, you know, to be able to self-sustain. Rhine would work a lot better with, like, a Lucio or something, but I understand if you want to play Mercy, you know, you can sit and damage boost your DPS. Soldier will be your main bleeding target, but obviously Widow is great to just damage boost every once in a while if you feel like they're just getting a lot of value. And I love as well how you're damage boosting her at the start. I guess we'll just get straight into it. Obviously, love the damage boost at the start. Very, very nice. Obviously, helps him secure that kill. Nice that you're crouching down. I'd go forward now. Very, very nice. Love the little cancel G, obviously, to go and help your Rhine. So what I would do here, I would actually, instead of you just kind of like just sitting there healing on the Rhine, because that's what your Kiriko is going to do. Your Kiriko can sit here and like heal out the Rhine a little bit as he's rotating. Also, Rhine has this like big shield, so it doesn't matter if he's like losing like about 100 HP or something, he should be fine. What I would do here is as soon as the Rhine isn't critical anymore and he's gone forward, I'd be looking to damage boost your Soldier a little bit more, just to be able just to kind of like get in some damage in main basically. I know obviously they've put the Ram shield, but still try and put your blue beam onto that Soldier a little bit sooner. Nice peel for him here though, very, very nice. Flicking straight back onto that damage. Very, very nice. You know, yes, lovely beam management there. Don't come out. I feel like yeah, I was just about to say, I feel like it was going really, really fast for some reason. Okay. Love this. Love how you wait until your Ryan's like critical before you try to go and help him. Really, really nice. But look where you're positioned right now. This is a great positioning from us, right? Because we're really, really out in the open and we're looking completely down this spam choke. If we look at the Zen, or if we look at the I will get to him. If we look at the Zen, he has got complete line of sight of us right now, so he can very easily just go and like shoot us down basically when we're down in this main bit. Obviously, I know you've rotated now because it jitters a little bit, but like when we were positioned here, look at how we're looking into everyone, okay? We want to try and close down that angle ever so much. So really just really like play your cover, and then if you have to rotate, don't worry, like just take a second, maybe put your beam onto your Widow, take a second and rotate this way. Because it'll be 10 times safer for you, because you don't want to take that risk by rotating this way and taking a load of damage from main, okay? So if you can, maybe just even pop your beam on the Rhino, do like a little wall bounce, or you kind of like just pop your beam on, maybe put your beam on your Widow when that drops, and then rotate around this way. Alright, I'm gonna see what you keep on doing now. That's not you though. Nice rotation. Love how you go up. Nice. What you can do with Ryan's Fire Strike, because it takes a second for him to kind of like do the animation before the Fire Strike's actually released, it actually gives you a chance just to quickly flick on that blue beam. It'll just help you get that little bit more damage and power of it, and hopefully try and get the team with a little bit more damage. But like how you switch to the Ryan, once you know, because your Kiriko is also the one that's healing your Ryan right now. As soon as he is above that half HP, don't be afraid to start shooting your soldier, especially because, you know, Ram is in front of his shield, so very, very easy and free target for you guys to go and shoot. My only other thing as well is just when you're up here, make sure that you're listening up to this top window. Junkrats a lot of the time will like to come up to here, and then we'll just like sneak around and try and get to you. So just kind of like half keep your ears open as you're doing so, just to be looking out for this this angle here as well. All right, we keep on going though. When Ryan steps forward to start swinging onto the Ram, don't be afraid to flick on the damage boost once again, because we want to try and secure that kill as quick as we can. As soon as that Ram is gone, Ryan's going to pop a shield and then we can heal him. So what I would do there is just kind of like, you know, just flick on the damage boost when he goes to go and swing on that Ram. But very, very nice so far. I would rotate here and start damage boosting your soldier. I would allow the Kiriko to sit and heal the Ryan here. The reason is because Kiriko's Kitsune is just 10 times better than Mercy's Valk. And we don't need to be healing up Ryan here. I would rather, because these guys can still maybe come in. Obviously, they've lost their Ram. But we want to try and get another, like, pick off onto them, okay? We want to try and stagger someone a little bit. So what I would do here is I would actually drop, and I would come down to probably like where this taxi is or something. And I would sit and I'd start damage boosting one of these guys. Allow your Kiriko to build her Kitsune up by healing the Rhine. And we could just kind of sit here and damage boost either, like, your soldier or your Widow or something. And maybe get a pick off here with someone that's, like, being a little bit greedy with peeking. Alright, keep it going though. Go up with your Widow here. As soon as you see that Widow grapple up, go up with her. The reason why you want to kind of go up with her is because you're running this Junkrat. If they didn't have the Junkrat and they had, I don't know, a Tracer or something instead, right? We don't really need to focus on the Widow too much because, she'll kind of like just be fine, but the Junkrat can possibly, like, you know, do a lot of spam damage into this like window choke where the Widow's gonna be peeking. So just make sure that we're kind of like just peeling for her a tiny bit. I'm clueless this game. I'm remembering nothing. No, it's alright. Nice. Love that though. My only thing is, if you want to position here with your Widow, kind of position yourself either all the way back here, or even better, position yourself on the stairs, or just keep on doing cancel GAs out here. I would rather, instead of you playing here, doing cancel GAs here, or play completely like all the way down here. Why is that, okay? Let's say the Widow did not get the pick off on the Junkrat, and the Junkrat wants to come up and contest us, okay? Junkrat's coming up, pew, pew, pew. You know, he like gets Widow with like 2 bullets or something, okay? Where are you now positioned? Here, okay? You have nowhere to go now. Because you either just end up flying into a Junkrat, and then boom, 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 you're dead, okay? Compared to these two, right? So if you're doing your little, like, GA cancels out of here, Junkrat kills the Widow, oh no! And you can, like, rotate away and, like, be away from the Junkrat. If you're playing on the stairs as well, so let's say we're playing here, Junkrat gets the Widow, oh no! We can just back off. Alright, okay? So if we can, try just to think to ourselves, yes, this is a really good piece of cover, do not get me wrong, but try to think, is there a better place where we can position around here? Can we position coming out here? Can we position, you know, down here, basically, giving us still the exact same piece of cover, but making sure that, you know, if the Junkrat does come up and get to us, we're in a safe spot, okay? Obviously, Widow doesn't end up getting the Junkrat, which is really, really great, but it's something just to really, like, keep in mind with Junkrats on this map. Really nice though, you know, where you're playing with your Widow. While you're doing this, instead of like just staring at your Widow though, because you can see the Widow's health bar on your screen, I'd be looking down like here, because I want to know what my team's doing, okay? I know what my Widow's doing because I can see her health bar on the screen, and she's going to sit here and go, pew, pew, okay? I know what she's going to be doing. However, with these guys, I don't know what they're going to be doing because obviously I'm not with them. I don't have LOS with them. So I'd be looking down here. I'd be looking at the soldier. I'd be looking, obviously these guys have gone to points. So we don't really need to look at them. But with our soldier, I'd be definitely looking just to kind of see, okay, how is my soldier doing? Is my soldier okay? Is, you know, is he like being focused on by someone? I have to quickly go and peek to go and get him. Okay, we just need to make sure that we're kind of changing our angle by doing that. We're just going forward. Don't go directly to her. Once again, do it. I love how you did end up doing this GA cancel, but want to try and cancel it a little bit sooner. The reason is because we don't want to obviously once again peek this angle. So just do it like I was saying with this window. Do it of a GA cancel, kind of like just hover here, and you can kind of like you can kind of come around this wall, but it's like not the best piece of cover. Your Widow's positioned really, really aggressively here. We can get the beam from here as well, but it's once again it's very, very hard to keep that beam distance, so it's very much you just kind of have to play like aggressively with your Widow here, but just try to, you know, keep that distance so we don't end up taking spam damage from people that are going to start picking off our Widow. Nice. I do love your beam priority here though, okay, because like I said at the beginning, obviously your soldier is your main blue beam target. However, I love that you're taking that initiative to go with your Widow because your Widow has a better angle than your soldier. Really, really nice initiative from you there, but really, really great. Nice heals. Nice. I'd make that a GA cancel here, or like a GA bunny hop, just because we don't need to do this like little tiny sling that's going to put our GA on like a really long cooldown. So just do that as a little cancel here, but really, really great. Obviously, that you move back into your cover. Nice switch to the beams here. Don't worry too much. If soldier's backed off, I would just kind of just stick to damage boosting your Widow for a second, then go back to go and heal him. But that's just very minor beam issues. Nice. Okay. Instead of you, because this is really, really great initiative by you, I love how you know that the Ryan is going to obviously, you know, be coming in to come and focus you guys, so I love how you start backing out early. My issue with you here is your back out, okay? You've ended up doing this, like, little, like, GA-ish walk back, which is so much slower than you just kind of just keeping your beam onto the soldier, because obviously your soldier will want to still contest this. But just quickly look behind you. Oh, look, Kiriko's here. And you can just do a straight GA back, and that's it, okay? This is kind of like one of the ways that we can use the people around us to be able to GA ourselves back and still be able to have that really low cooldown, okay? Because if we were just to use our soldier here and just do like a little sling, can you see how like we're getting to the same spot, but we're you know, we're really increasing our GA cooldown compared to if we just kind of like stand here, realize they're going to start coming in, which is what you did, which is really, really great. But then use your team to be able to just GA yourself back, okay? I feel like at the moment I've not been seeing a lot of Mercies like being able to utilize their team and using these little like cancel J's and using them to get about, okay? Remember, you can GA to anyone on your team as long as you've got the correct GA preference on. I can't remember the name of it, but I like the one that you can GA to your beam target, but also GA to the entirety of your team. It's really, really helpful for being able to escape situations like this, for example. But really, really great. Obviously, we do manage to back out, which is really, really great. Nice. Love how you're using this positioning of the cart. Really, really nice. So while you're doing this, you've been stood very, very out in the open, which I don't really want you to do. Same thing again, just try and hug this this wall here. The reasoning is because you being stood out in the open, yes, none of this team are kind of out in, you know, in that LOS to get to you, but this is a very common spot for a lot of hit scans or just like, you know, Zens or like just people coming to come and peek you here. So if you can, try just kind of like make sure that you were still playing out in, you know, in like either in the bookshop or like just around it ever so slightly, because we don't want just, you know, the soldier just to come up, or sorry, not the soldier, the cast, just to be able to come up and pew, pew, you know, you're gone, okay? So just But you still be really, really mindful of your scenario here and just be able just to kind of like come behind this wall here. I love as well how you look up to the Widow. However, there's going to be no way that we can help our Widow here. Unless our Widow like properly backs out like to this this window over here. There's no way we're going to be able to reach her. So it's really, really great that you're using that kind of knowledge and just kind of leaving her. It's just one of them scenarios where you fortunately have to leave her, alright? But really, really great. Just obviously, you know, amend your positioning ever so slightly. Have no issues with your beams right now. It's really, really great. Just make sure that we're kind of positioned off to the side ever so slightly like this. Alright? Keep on going though. Nice. Nice that you go back onto your Ryan. I would love to push forward a little bit here just to be able to put your beam onto the soldier ever so slightly. Love, obviously, you know, you're healing up your Ryan. I feel like we're kind of leaving ourselves to heal up the Ryan a little bit too much, though. Remember, we have a Kiriko, okay? Kiriko can very easily, you know, top up our Ryan quite a bit. We don't need to be topping him up to, like, full HP before we go to either damage boost him or damage boost someone else, okay? As long as he is at a safe level, which he will be as soon as he starts to get, you know, the orange armor. As soon as he starts to get that, we can kind of just leave him and start either damage boosting him for his fire strikes, for example, or we can be damage boosting the soldier as well, you know, for his shootiness, I guess. So if you can just try just kind of flick on that blue beam a little bit more there, because we don't need to be topping this Ryan up to full HP. Another thing which I was going to mention, but the other Ryan ended up backing out a little bit. When Ryans are going into this duel and the other Ryans, you know, got a shield against him, damage boost the Ryan, okay? Because if this Ryan stood here with his shield, who's going to be able to shoot him? Only your Ryan, because obviously soldier can't shoot through the shield. Widow does not have an angle on it because she's playing really, really far back. So Ryan is going to be the only person that's going to be able to do damage to the Reinhardt. So if you can, try just to flick your beam on just for the swing, because he does kind of like a swing, swing, swing like this, okay? So every single time he swing, so I would heal, damage boost, heal, damage boost, heal, damage boost like this, okay? So it means that we're still being able to top him up, yet we're still getting that value out of our damage boost as well while it's going on. All right, we keep on going through. Okay, let's quickly rewind this. So I feel like I've stopped it. And I want to try and like just watch this kind of roll out. So obviously that's the point where I would maybe start flicking on the damage boost onto the Ryan. I'd switch to my soldier now at this point. My only thing as well, we position yourself up here is just be careful of people appearing from here. Like, for example, the cast or like the Junkrat and stuff like that. We know that they're main, like obviously from the sounds and stuff like that. But so it's absolutely fine for us to use on this high ground. But just obviously, you know, just be keeping an eye out and just keeping your ears open, basically. Right, so Ryan goes in and slams. This is fine. My other thing with this res is if you can drag it behind. The Ryan is far back enough here that we can use our Valk to drag it behind. I love your res here though, and I love your Valk as well. I feel like this is completely fine for you to do, because obviously, you know, the Ryan's got an aggressive. We're even, well, we are even until we res, then we're going to be upper person. I love how you use your Valk as well to be able, you know, in order to help enable this res as well. Just if we can, try just to kind of bring it back here, because we don't want, you know, the Zen just to be able just to hit like a full like click onto us and we're gone. We also don't want the cast to be able to like, I don't know why he's shooting his own backline. But obviously, you know, we don't want the cast to be able just to kind of fan the hammer on us and get us down as well. So if we can, use our positioning here to be able to just kind of, even just if it's just to come back like ever so slightly here, okay? You just want to make that distance while we're going for this res. Really nice res. My only issue as well is after this res, we're not looking for a GA out, okay? It's all good you get off this res. It's like, yes, I get it off, okay? But at the same time, you know, once again, we're still out in LOS of these guys. If we need to go for a risky res, we need an escape route. In fact, with any res you do, you need to make sure that you have an escape route, okay? So we know where Widow is, because Widow has not moved for absolutely ages. We know, obviously, our team is playing on cart, okay? So as soon as you're doing this res, we don't need to be looking at the enemy team. We can even, like, turn back to kind of look for them. So we are like, already on them to be able to get that escape route. We could G ourselves back out here, and then we could just sit in damage boost like this up here, okay? So it's just making sure that we have that escape route when we go in res. Love the res, though. Do not get me wrong. It's really, really great. Nice focus on the damage boost. Once again, when you're Valkin, try just to use your cover. Either play inside here or just play out of the LOS of these guys. Being in Valk does not make you absolutely immune to like damage. You know, people can still hit you, especially when you get into the higher ranks. People will just, you know, people will be able to really easily shoot you out the sky when you're in a Valk if you're not using your cover correctly. So just once again, just hug these walls, because you can still help your team out really, really nicely here, yet still positioning yourself out of the LOS of these guys, okay? Nice heals onto Ryan here. He's just taking a lot of damage. Nice how you put your beams straight onto the back line, because obviously, you know, we want to try and like protect them, especially because our Valk's ending. Really, really nice. Nice drop away. That's just unfortunate. At this point, just go in and just pistol people and die. We want to try and just go in and pistol people because obviously, you know, we want to like try and build ourselves up a little bit of ult charge and then just die here, because we don't want to get ourselves staggered here, and also we don't want to try and like get ourselves caught out. We just want to reset with our team and just go again on a fresh new team fight where we have really good ultimates like our visor and our Kitsune rush and stuff like that. Okay, so I would just drop forward, pew 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 pew, and just die basically. My little sneaky escape. Ooh, I'm intrigued. You could. Love the crouching. Did you manage to get out here? Make sure that we're crouching while we do this, by the way, because Mercy has like quite clippy cloppy high heels. You know what, fair enough. I was expecting just someone just to be able just to turn to you and like get to you. That's why I was like, oh, like just go and reset. I love that, fair enough. Nice, okay, so we have ourselves a cast now instead of the Widow. That's fine, because obviously it provides us with a lot of like better damage boost. Like how we're going on this flank with him, don't get me wrong. Okay, so one thing we can do here is actually still play with these guys, okay? We know that with our cast is going to rotate up into this high ground and then start flanking from behind. We don't need to follow him on the stairs here, just to be able to be like, no, cast, way up, you know, right? We don't need to be doing this. Instead, come into the room, you realize he's going up onto the stairs, okay? We know where he's going to go in. He's going to use those stairs to go up, round, rotate, go from the back line, go for a flank, okay? What can we do during this scenario? We can help these guys out. We don't even need to leave the room, because when we want to leave the room is when we'll do a little crouch super jump, hi Cass, and we're with him. Can you see how like we're you know, this is a way that we can keep our beam up time as big as possible, because we could like, you know, play with these guys, and then as soon as we know that the Cass is going to be up top, do a little mini super jump, bam, we're with the Cass, okay? It just means that we can keep our beam up time up a little bit more, and we can help these guys out, and then obviously go up to go and help the Cass, okay? It means that we're not being, I guess, a little bit AFK, which is what we're doing by just simply just going up and like walking up these stairs. All right, keep it going. Nice, we'll whip him though, very, very nice. Nice. I would be pinging the life weaver here. I don't know if that's just a personal like thing, but I'm very into pinging. But yeah, I think somehow cancel a res on third point, but I don't know how it cancels. Oh, okay. I'll have a look at that though. Okay, they have Tayo. That's fine, because it obviously goes on to them guys. Damage boost your Ryan here. Damage boost your Ryan here, okay? The reasoning is because obviously, you know, your cast gets pinned, you can't do anything about that, okay? So what we want to do here is want to damage boost you want to damage boost the Ryan, because we want to try and pick him off before that life. Obviously he's going to life grip him now, but we want to try and get rid of the Ryan before he even has a chance to life grip, okay? So if you can damage boost your Ryan here, because he's full HP, we can very easily get a few damage boosted swings off onto him. He's going to get pulled away, which is just unfortunate, but we can definitely, you know, help out a little bit more. Love this res as soon as it gets pulled. Nice piece of cover here. We just have to be wary that the Junkrat is behind us still, so it's fine you going up to use this high ground, but just be really listening out for this Junkrat. Hello. Just obviously be really, really mindful of this Junkrat being behind us and everything. So if you can, try just to, what's it called? Try just to make sure that, you know, we're being mindful of where he is behind us as we're doing this. Also, we are the only healer. Nice. So we know where he is. Nice. Nice. I was just about to say, mainly, I'm glad you just over here, because obviously we don't want to be kind of like just stood here like, yippee, you know, like damage for some people. Love how you use it to be able to go off onto this side and everything, because obviously it means that we're further away from the Junkrat. Really nice positioning here. Nice. So we know he's coming. Go on, get him. Very nice. Nice use of the pistol there. Nice heals onto your soldier. Obviously, your Kiriko's back now. I know what you wanted to do here. Okay, it's very, very clear to me that you wanted to go and help your Ryan. Just remember, he's completely fine, okay? You are committed with your soldier right now because you know he's wanting to go and use this visor, okay? So just commit with him. Okay, so your Ryan, hold on, let me quickly rewind it, I'll show you. So obviously, nice pick on the jump, which I talked about just then. Nice, obviously, helping your soldier because he's trapped. Right, just commit with him here. We don't need to be going to him, okay? Look how healthy his shield is. Is there anyone that's close enough to him to be able to get to his shield? No, because the Ryan's not in swinging distance. Everyone else is going to get blocked by the shield. You have a Kiriko here to be able to go and heal. If you had someone that didn't do a lot of healing, like, for example, a Zen or something, okay, I could see, you know, you wanting to come in and heal this, okay? But look how much HP as well he also has, okay? He has... I don't know why I'm on your view. Yeah, I'm on the Ryan. He has like 335 HP, okay? He has got so much HP. He is going to be absolutely fine when Kiriko heals him, okay? So use this opportunity to push forward with your soldier, okay? Use this opportunity to go forward and damage boost. Nice. Instead of you rotating up on top of the box before going behind the box, just go behind the box, because obviously we want to try and just cut LOS as we can. So don't be going up onto the box, because then, you know, you were still in LOS of people. Use that as your movements come behind the box, but really, really nice. I'd push forward a little bit more here. I would push forward a little bit more here so we can able it, you know, to get to our Ryan. It's just unfortunate that Kiriko is not healing him for some reason, but we can get a res off here, definitely. Very, very nice. My only thing is just make sure you're pinging that res, or you're calling out to your team that you're doing that res, just to make sure that your cast isn't going aggressively and ends up getting picked off during it. But it's very, very nice res. Love how you position with it. Same thing again, your Ryan is really, really healthy right now. Allow Kiriko to top him up that extra little bit and keep damage boosting here. Do you see how healthy he is? He's fine. Damage boost someone else here, okay? Nice. Try if you can to use GAs, by the way, to be able to get behind this like piece of cover. But in reality, you don't need to be out here. Can you see how you standing here is opening up that LOS? And if Ryan drops his shield, it also opens up that LOS, okay? How can we still stay in beam range of these guys, yet still be in cover? In here. We can just sit in here. And it means that we can just sit and beam these guys, because obviously the payload's going to be forward ever so slightly. We can just sit in here. We can beam them in here, and we completely blocked off this LOS as long as we don't peek it too much, and we blocked off this LOS as well. So we're not going to be able to take damage from any of these sides, okay? We can also, if we want to, position ourselves up here. Just obviously, you know, we've got to be careful of that angle. But, you know, we can position ourselves behind these boxes. It's just we're at very, very max beam range at this point. So I would just recommend just coming down here and playing down here, because then we're not opening up these angles like this to everyone, okay? We're actually still playing in our cover. We're playing nice and safe, and we're playing behind here. All right? I would also be thinking at this point that the Ryan's going to have a shatter. The reasoning is because we know he's not used it for a while, and also our Ryan has shatter. Normally, Reinhardt's, especially when they're doing this like little Reinhardt duel, they will kind of build their ultimates kind of at the same time. So if you look at your Ryan's ult percentage and think to yourself, did their Ryan shatter first or did our Ryan shatter first? You could very easily kind of think to yourself if the Ryan's going to have shatter. If Ryan has shatter, how would we position ourselves in this team fight? We don't want to be positioned here, because let's say your Ryan drops shield and Ryan goes hammer down, you're down, you're on the ground, okay? So if you can, when you know that Ryan's gonna have shatter like this, either play off to the side like this, so it forces the Ryan to either shatter main and shatter everyone, or if he's obsessed with you for some reason, go and slam you. There is another position which we can have better to be able to avoid both scenarios, which is being up here. If we are up here, can Ryan slam us down from here? Unless if he gets some crazy life, like, you know, unless if the Ryan is so obsessed that he gets his life weaver to platform up to you so he could just come and slam you, which could possibly happen. But no, seriously, like, it's going to be very, very rare if Ryan's going to be able to shatter you up here, basically, okay? So just have that thought in your head. Think to yourself, though Ryan hasn't used slam in a while, let's make sure that we're, that we're up on here, basically. All right? So I just said the hallway on the left's pretty good. The hallway on the left is also really, really good. Do not get me wrong. My only issue with this hallway is purely because it's a free access from the enemy team, okay? So if we want to position ourselves here, it's great because obviously we blocked out this LOS. We just have to be so mindful of people coming from behind us. Because, you know, for example, if the cast sneaks up behind us with a little crouchy thing and then hinders us and just 2-taps us, that's us gone, okay? We can also position ourselves back here if we want to as well. It means then that we can have this LOS as well, which is another, like, really good position. But I personally just prefer to be able to position ourselves, like, up on these, this side a little bit more. The reason is because we don't have that risk of these guys being able to come up behind us. I forget to position halfway through the game. No, it's alright, though, sweet. It's just kind of just being mindful as you're doing it. Nice. Oh, okay. That's a fair Valk. That is an absolute fair Valk. It's just unfortunate that nobody was playing their cover to be able to get away from the cast high noon and your Rhine shield was just really weak. That is fine. I respect that Valk. It's just unfortunate what happens. I love us when you like taking little shots at the Rhine as well as you're getting back. Really great. Alright, so we've switched to a Zen now. This means that we might need to focus on our Rhine a tiny bit more. Because obviously, you know, he's going to take a little bit more damage. Nice. Okay. So I would ping to your Rhine. As soon as he's put up the shield, I'd be like, I'm going to res. Go and res. I'm hoping you're going to do that in a second. But I loved your beam management here. I love that, yes, your Rhine was critical, yet he was playing his safety. And you allowed yourself to damage boost the Bastion. Really nice. Like, really well played here. Really nice beam management. Nice for the res as well. Quick little thing there is, you know, did you see that Zen there? How he had his like little glowing orbs, then he goes for like a charge volley. If you can, because you know Ryan is like pretty healthy right now, so he's okay. If you can, try just to damage boost the Zen as he's chucking these orbs out on everyone. Just as a little bit of damage, like extra damage, because it means then that we can definitely maybe pick someone out basically. As like a free pick basically if they're positioned badly, okay? So as you're just doing this, do a quick little flick on and then carry on. All good? Nice. I GA myself across here now. GA yourself across to this box over here. It just means then that you're still gonna be in beam range of everyone and you're not like, you know, I love how you're being safe and staying in that space. It's really great. But just if you can try to either do like a GA buddy hop or a GA sling or something, just get yourself out to the side basically. So it means then that we can, you know, stay in beam range of these guys and we're still also keeping safe. Nice. You don't have your res. Yeah, at this point, I'm just looking to back out. Yeah. That's all good. Everyone just ended up peeking everyone. That's fine. We just reset there. Very nice. I think my main thing is if your Zen still wants to play Zen at this point, I would be looking to switch off Mercy. Just to either go like an Honor or a BAP or something like that, just to be able to kind of help with the heals. Because it felt like for the majority of that team fight, we end up just kind of sitting AFK trying to heal our Rhine, okay? So I'd be looking to switch here. Obviously, if you still want to play Mercy, it's completely fine. Which just means, you know, that we have to balance our beams a lot more and heal a lot more. But it's just, you know, something to bear in mind that this would be a great opportunity to be able to switch off to someone else, basically. There's a res on someone soon that somehow cancelled. Oh, okay. I'm intrigued. Nice damage boost on the fire strike there, by the way. Really good pick on the Bastion as well. We need to push forward with this. That's fine. Nice Valk. You go out of range. It's so unfortunate you got because this is too long of a range. I love how you tried to you tried to back off of it. It's really great. But can you see the range that you're at? You end up doing as you're doing because you end up kind of going to the orb and then doing an ever so slight little backwards J as you do it, and then you pull it away, and that's how you end up making this distance. Okay, it's really unfortunate because this would have been such a good res. Okay, but you end up kind of like just doing this like little like mini G GA backwards and then you like pull yourself away from it. Okay, if you're going for this risky res, which is, you know, is completely fine, okay, think to yourself, how can we make it as safe as we can? Just literally just vibe it here and then just make sure that we're having an escape route out of it basically, because the cast is coming to attack us after we've started this res, so we should be able to survive it. All right, I thought it was closer. No, same, I thought it was a little bit closer, and it was until I went out into the third person I was like, oh, okay, It's a little bit too long. But your max kind of distance for this res would literally kind of just be around this wall, basically. But remember, you have your Valk. Valk gives us a great opportunity to be able to get off these slightly risky reses. And I love how you pop the Valk as well for it, because I feel like it would have, you know, definitely been good. Is the range good to res in the doorway? Definitely. You could, yeah, you could also, if you wanted to drag it forward into the doorway. My only thing with the doorway is obviously to be careful of the cast, because if the cast wants to try and cancel this, he can roll and then hinder us at the end of it, and then very easily, like, take us down, which is the only reason why I'm a little bit, like, cautious about, you know, going to res in this doorway. So you can definitely do it, though. But I feel like out of all the options, it would be best kind of like just sit here and use our Valk to res it. It would be good to go in the doorway, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I would be afraid of the cast coming in to roll and get him. Can you res it from under? You could. Possibly. If it was closer to the edge, I would definitely say res it under. I feel like with resing it under here, you would have to like it's in such an awkward spot. This isn't on you, this is on the cast. Because if he was kind of ever so slight, like let's say the orb was like here, this would be perfect to go and res underneath. But it's because it's kind of, it's ever so slightly out in the open and we're a little bit out of the way as well. It would be really, really good. If it was slightly further back, I'd be like, yes, res it like underneath the map and everything like that. But it's a little bit too far. So your best bet, in my opinion, would just be kind of like just to res it here. Love this like little discussion though about this like res and everything, because definitely like, and it kind of shows how much you can do with Mercy's res, you know, with where you can position yourselves and stuff like that. But it's just weighing out, you know, your opportunities as soon as you see that res and thinking to yourself, where's going to be the safest place, basically. All right, we keep on going though. Nice, don't be afraid once again to flick that damage boost onto the swings and everything. At this point, we just have to kind of help heal out. They use their Transcendence, so it's all good. We just want to back out here. Nice. I'd go with your cast here. I would GA forward with your cast here to be able to go on this flank with him. The reasoning is because you're playing this Zen Mercy, your only real time to get, I guess, a really good amount of damage boost in would be at the start of team fights like this, because obviously your Ryan's healthy, your Torba's now got the orb on him because obviously the Zen's come back, okay? I would go with the cast here and just allow him just to kind of be enabled on this flank angle. It also means that we are already kind of pre-prepared and being pushed forward with these guys, because us being positioned here, it means if our Ryan starts to go in aggressively, we're not going to be in beam range of him. Compared to if we're already kind of round with the cast, it means then that we're still going to be pushed forward and we can go and help the Ryan and stuff like that, basically. Alright. Keep on going, though. Nice damage to respond to the Fire Strike. We're meeting up with him now, which is great. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Love that as well. I love how you correct your positioning. I was just about to say, if you started walking forward, I would have had a go. I love how like you correct your positioning here, realizing, oh yeah, they're going to be in that window. Really nice correction on the positioning, okay? Really great. Now say you keep as well up with your cast here. Just once again, same thing. You can still keep in beam range here and play here. You only want to J yourself forward here if it's to come like either round this doorway or you're going to be out of beam range and you want to play here, okay? We can still play with this cast but play back here, because then it means if we do need to get back to these guys, we can use our torb to be able to get back to them, or we have a really good like long beam, in which case we could do a GA buddy hop and be back with these guys, okay? We don't need to be pushed up as much as we are with the cast here. That's the end of taking obviously the health pack. Nice damage boost onto the ult. Nice going up obviously because we know where the cast is going to be. Nice. Nice pressure obviously onto the life move as well, making him move there. Very, very nice. Push forward here. What you want to do here is you want to push forward kind of over either onto the payload here or up onto here. The reason is because we want to try and preempt what's going to happen, okay? This cast is going to start, you know, being mowed down by this Reinhardt in a second, and he wants to try and get this kill off onto the Life Weaver, okay? We want to try and make sure that we are ready and prepared to be able to get to him instead of, you know, like realizing, oh, he's being attacked, so then we go in, okay? Try if we can to preempt if that's going to happen and just be ready, just kind of either G ourselves up onto this high ground to be able to, like, come and help him, basically, or we can, what's it called? We can like push up onto the cart and then make sure that we're like there and ready with him, basically. He ends up actually getting the thing, which is really, really great. Nice cancel. Nice heals. Really good cover uses as well there. Really, really great Stormie. Overall though, you're playing really, really well, Sweet, okay? It's mainly like when you're playing, when it, like at the start of team fights, it's absolutely great. It's very, very clear to me that you know how you need to position, you know about your beams and stuff like that. It's just as we get a little bit more into the stressfulness of the fight, it feels like that we kind of forget a lot about what, like, how we position and who we need to damage boost and what we need to damage boost and stuff like that, okay? So if we can, when we're doing these kind of team fights, just make sure that we're still really actively thinking in our head, where is the best place to position? Who do I need to go and peel for? You know, who, you know, where should I be, basically? All right, but we'll keep on going. Other than that, they're really, really great. I've enjoyed all your reses. They've been really, really great. I think the main thing would be literally, if you wanted to, switch off Mercy, because I feel like you'd get a lot more value going to a different support to be able to help enable your Ryan a little bit more. But other than that, really, really great. Very, very nice. Alright, we'll get ready, obviously, for the attack. We do have an AlphaAli now. AlphaAli with Ryan is okay, only if the Ryan is in LOS of the pylon. So your job as Mercy here is obviously, you know, to enable your DPS is your main job, but also at the same time try to see where your AlphaAli has got the pylon, and then if Ryan's in LOS of the pylon and he's okay, then, you know, he's gonna be fine. But obviously if Ryan has either gone forward from the pylon or the pylon's broken, which obviously you could hear by like sounds from the AlphaAli being like, my pylon's broken, or whatever she says, okay, that means that we know where sorry everyone, that means that we know where our where the pylon is and whether it's going to be, you know, down or not. But it's, we keep on going. Obviously, we see our Sojourn taking this really aggressive angle and we decide to go with the Widow. I agree with this purely because I know that your Widow has been performing a lot better than your other DPS, and I feel like that's the reason why you've gone with them, which is really a great initiative from you. Even if, like, someone is a worse blue beam, but they're doing 10 times better than what should be your main blue beam, do not be afraid just to go and damage boost them instead, because you will just get 10 times more value than sticking with the person that you're meant to damage boost because, oh, they're like a better blue beam target. Okay, go with whoever's doing the most in that game. All right, but nice. Obviously waiting for someone like to peek off probably at the beginning. Very, very nice. Love as well how you're ever so slightly nice. Love that J cancel as well, can I just say. Don't be afraid just to quickly flick your beam as well back onto the Widow if you want to here. But love this like little cancel here just to be able to kind of get down and everything. Really, really great. Nice. Your Widow's being very aggressive here. Nice. Don't be kind of backing off, just wandering into these LOS, okay? Stick really, really, like, strict to where you position. And if you want to get back, just do a little, like, just look at these guys and just do a direct GA to be able to get out, basically. We don't need to be, we don't need to kind of like drift across like this because this is how we take damage, okay? If we need to rotate, look at the person, GA, buddy hop, GA sling, whatever you want to do. Get yourself out if you want to back off here, alright? Because we don't want to be, yeah. Because you see how like we end up jumping ourselves back in to correct that piece of positioning. So yeah, you like just want to kind of like either play in this little health pack room or just play kind of very much around this pillar and then look to GA ourselves back if we desperately need it, alright? Nice. Love how we switched to kind of be with the taxi now, which is really, really great. Nice heals onto your Sojourn here. We don't need to back out here. Why? Like, I understand that you're backing out because you want to try and stay in beam range of your Sojourn, but is your Sojourn going to keep playing here? No, because your Sojourn will want to start pushing forward. We've just got to pick. You know, we've got the Zen. That's a huge pick for our team. Your team are going to start now progressing forward, trying to get another pick off or something like that to be able to secure out this team fight a little bit more, okay? So we don't need to G ourselves out to the Sojourn here. Instead, allow the Sojourn to come to us. We're here, okay? Sojourn is wanting to come forward to be able to come and attack these guys. We don't need to sling ourselves back to go and get her, okay? Instead, just play where you are. Allow the Sojourn to come forward. We can either GA to our Ryan as we're healing up this Sojourn, just so it means that we're kind of playing up close a little bit more, and we can still be able to heal up this Ryan as well as, you know, help the Sojourn out around here, basically. Alright? So we don't need to waste our sling to be able to get back and kind of risk our Ryan being picked off. It's kind of like what you have to do. I'm sorry, I know I'm pausing a lot. But when you're playing with someone that does, you know, not as much healing, like the AlphaAli, for example, like a Zen, like a Lucio or something, it means that we have to be playing a little bit more team centralized and thinking to ourselves, where can we position in order to get our beams onto everyone? Because we very much will have to do the majority of the healing on this match. All right? Oh, we can res out though very nicely. Just once again, as we're doing so, make sure that we're pinging that res. Nice damage boost here. Just do a straight GA here. You want to do a straight GA here, so it means that if obviously you can help your Ryan out here, but same thing again, we can still help our team out and damage boost them if we want to, okay? Because right now we're in position, we can only help one person. However, if we GA ourselves forward and play with these guys, we can actually get our beams onto pretty much everyone here. We can even get it onto the Widow if we want to, okay? But can you see how like we amend our positioning here and we can play with everyone? We want to try and do that a little bit more. Allow the pylon as well to heal up the Rhine here. Because what's happening is obviously this Rhine's shield is broken because we know that they're not going to be pushing in, okay? Allow the pylon to heal up the Rhine a little bit and just push forward with your DPS here. We want to try and get a pick off here because right now this pylon will do the majority of the healing onto the Rhine. It'll also try and help AlphaAli get her ult. Once again, AlphaAli's ult is just 10 times better than Mercy's ult. So it just means that we can allow the pylon to heal up the Rhine. The Rhine will just kind of back off and just kind of like sit here, maybe for a fire strike every now and again. But we could just once again leave the Rhine to heal up himself and just go and help these guys and damage boost them a little bit more than what you have been doing. Once again, don't be afraid to damage boost them. Then fire strikes. Nice. Listing. Be sure that we're listening out up at the top here because we can hear someone up on this high ground, obviously being the cast. Just make sure that we're at least looking to see what's going on to make sure that they're okay. Obviously, your AlphaAli is absolutely slaying against this cast right now, but still, we just want to make sure that we're double checking to make sure that she's okay as we're doing so. All right. Very nice. We don't need to GA up to her. Once again, we can like literally just stay where we are and get the beam onto her and then go back to these guys. We don't need to be wasting our GA here. We can just sit here and do that. Nice. Go back to your DPS. Very, very nice. Only thing is if you want to cross here, do another GA. Once again, we want to try and like just kind of play, like what I would do is I'd play aggressively here. And if we do want to back out, I know that I've got my Widow up here that I can GA myself too. But we just want to make sure that, once again, we're not walking across these chokeholds if we can. Your Rhine has gone in very, very aggressively here. Yeah, it's just unfortunate she ends up getting picked off there. We can go really aggressively here and go for a Valkyries. The reason why I say that is because we've lost, the enemy team have lost like 3 people now. So we could definitely either go for like an aggressive like res just up. It just, I said a Valk res. I don't mean a Valk res here, by the way. I just mean like just a general like aggressive res. Just because it's completely out of the way and they've lost like 3 of like the main people that are going to be able to attack you during that. Because now we're down our Rhine and they're going to have their Shatter, okay? So we need to make sure that we're out of, we're out of the way of him, basically. Nice. Your Rhine's come back, which is really, really great. Because they did end up kind of capitalizing on that like they should have done, so it's all good. I love how much more you're focusing on damage boost in this team fight, by the way, and you're just allowing the pylon to heal up 10 times better, like you playing here, Stormie. I love how much you're pushing this damage boost onto your Sojourn, allowing the off angle to be taken, allowing your Rhine to be healed up by the pylon. This is how I wanted you to play on that last team fight. This is really, really great by you. All right? We have kind of gone back to healing him, but remember, look at his health. Look at his health. He is so healthy. Go back to damage boosting. Because us kind of like just sitting there AFK healing the Rhine has meant that we've missed out on the AlphaAli ult. So I'm going to be you. I'm going to be what I do is you. So that's fine. Okay, so it's this bit, okay? Allow the pylon to heal. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to damage boost my Sojourn. I'm going to sit here and damage boost. I know that my AlphaAli is going for an ult, so maybe I'll do an aggressive, like, GA bunny hop or something to be able to get my beam onto her like this. Remember, I don't need to stay for the entire thing. I just need to stay there for initial, like, put down, basically. But I'm going to push himself aggressively. I'm going to go sit and damage boost her. Okay, she's done her thing. I'm going to probably, like, keep my beam onto her if I desperately can. If not, I'll go back to using my Sojourn, and I'm just going to play aggressively here. Do you see how I've got so much blue beam, like potential out of my team here by being, by pushing forward and damage boosting Laurie and damage boosting Sojourn, compared to what we did, which was just kind of sitting there AFK with the Rhine like, yay, healing, okay? If we can, just once again, try to find these damage boost potentials, okay? We keep going. This is not a Valk opportunity, unfortunately. Why not? They have used Transcendence, and unfortunately, if people just get mowed down in Transcendence, there's probably no way you're going to be able to res that. Second thing is as well, they use Bar as well. Like, they're using a lot of ultimates to be able to get in and win this team fight out. I would just kind of leave my Valk, and I'd just think, okay, these guys are gone. I'd be looked to either, like, get to my Widow, see if my Widow gets a few picks, in which case I can Valk, or I'd just be looking just to get out completely and just leave, alright? This isn't a Valk opportunity, unfortunately. It's a little bit too late. Yeah, everyone's just fallen. We just go back and reset. But yeah, I would kind of like just GA myself forward, look to either like enable my Widow or my AlphaAli a little bit more and not Valk there, because we could have saved our Valk for another team fight that we could possibly win a little bit more. Unfortunately, your AlphaAli staggers herself, which isn't the best, but it's all good. Nice. As we're doing this, just be kind of flicking yourself up to have a look at the Widow as you're doing this. The reasoning is because we just want to make sure that the Widow's okay and kind of like topped up, because obviously we lost our AlphaAli and we can see these guys pretty easily as well. So just be kind of like just flicking up to our Widow every once in a while, just make sure that she's okay. If she needs a bit of healing, just do it ever so slightly, little mini like super jump or something, just to get our B back onto where they go back to go and helping these guys a little bit more. Oh, we have a Lucio Mercy time with a Rhine isn't the best, but it's fine. I would just aim and damage to Sojourn, because your Rhine is taking a lot of cover basically, so we can just like sit here and just, you know, take the damage from the dynamite a little bit, and then obviously it'll start let itself regen afterwards. So I just once again focus the damage boost onto your Sojourn here. Nice. Love this. Love this. Love as well how you're like looking at that high ground. Obviously Lucia's going to go and contest it now, so that's fine. Be careful for Shatter. Nice. Once again, as soon as Ryan's above that half HP, be putting your damage boost onto your Sojourn. Your Sojourn nearly has a charge shot here. Very, very nice. Unfortunately, Ryan ends up just falling. That's fine. Nice J out. Just make that a little bit more direct instead of you just kind of like just flinging yourself back, like, like get yourself back. Make it a little bit more precise, like do your GA sling and make sure that you know exactly where you want to go. Just to make sure that you're not taking as much damage, but other than that, like really, really good escape from you here. Really, really nice. Your Sojourn just stands in the dynamite, which is great, but it's all good. Nice. Oh. Okay. I feel like this is where you were saying that your Valks are bad. You used this Valk because you were scared for your Rhine and you messed up your GA. Okay? We don't need to Valk this, okay? Because let's have a look to see how far away your team is from the enemy team. Okay, your Rhine did just pin forward, okay? But we're not close enough here to be able to, you know, enable our team and be able to have a team fight, okay? Because look how far back these guys are as well. None of these guys are challenging your team, and your team aren't challenging their team, okay? So there's no need for us to Valk here. I feel like we're kind of just popping it because we get scared. It's like, and you messed up your GA, okay? Do not fret. Like, literally, I'm going to show you what I would do. So, see, we pull back, which is completely fine. Just once again, make that a little bit more direct. Helping your Sojourn out. There, it's because you do this like little backwards GA, okay? If we want to try and help the Rhine here, just do a straight GA, come into this like piece of cover here and keep topping up these guys. I would then just sit here and then just what's it called? Just kind of wait, kind of help top people up and everything. And then as soon as, you know, these guys start to get a little bit closer, then we can be looking to Valk, okay? But right now, can you see how far back we are? And also, your Rhine isn't even that weak. Your Rhine still has quite a bit of HP on him, okay? So I understand that you want to like try and go and help heal him, which is exactly what you should be doing, which I love, you know, obviously, you know, you like wanted to do that GA. But just come forward, commit with your GA and be able like to come and help these guys. Literally just do a straight GA, so it's like, you know, not gonna be anything extra. Allow these guys to be topped up, and then when we go in for a better team fight, we can then go and damage boost a bit more. Alright? Obviously, I have to do a lot of healing. As soon as everyone's a little bit healthier, yeah. Very, very nice. Go for a straight res. As soon as that Rhine dies, go for a straight res behind the tree. Tree is a really good piece of cover. Very, very nice. Love how you do that. Very, very nice. Valk's ended. Don't be drifting yourself out here. Why are we drifting ourselves out here without a GA? There's no reason why we're doing it, and we're putting ourselves out into LOS of these guys, okay? If we need to rotate, try if you can to come back, or we just need to kind of quickly do a GA to get ourselves out, okay? We can't just be drifting ourselves back into the LOS of, like, the Ashe and everyone, basically. Nice heals, though. Really, really great. Obviously, we used to get to this Rhine a little bit sooner. Let's quickly rewind it. So this is fine. Obviously, the other thing is I would res a little bit sooner here. It's a nice GA away. Just once again, make sure that we're doing it a little bit sooner than what we're doing. GA forward here. Because it feels like we kind of like are very hesitant. And it's like, oh, I need to heal my Lucio. Okay. Remember, we can do two things at once. We can heal the Lucio while we're GAing forward. And then we can get back to our Rhine to go and help him, okay? Because it feels like our brain kind of like lags a little bit here. And then you kind of like, oh, with the Rhine! And then, you know, we go in and he's gone, basically, okay? We want to just make sure that he's staying up and healthy. Remember, we've got this Lucio, so we have to do a lot of healing. It has to be very team centralized. Can you see how, like, we're not playing that very team centralized here? We're playing very far back and away. We want to try and make sure that we're GAing forward to this Sojo so we can get our beam onto the Rhine a little bit more. Because what's going to happen is, obviously, this Rhine's going to fall now. And it's going to be very, very hard. Nice realization on the cast. Nice shots as well, you might as well. Awesome. Love how you don't walk forward there as well and you wait for the cast to walk around. Very, very nice. So overall, we just need to be a little bit quicker there with your reaction, just to be being able to go and help. Now, we have switched up the comp a little bit more. We have ourselves a Sigma and a Venture now. It means we can kind of enable our cast a little bit more because obviously Venture can go off and like do their own thing. And with Sigma as well, he has a little bit more survivability to himself because obviously he can like rock people and stun them for a second, which gives a little bit more time. But really, really great so far. Nice. Loving the focus on the damage boost here. Very, very nice. Loving your positioned as well. This is really, really great. The dynamite goes over, which is completely fine. Wow. Nice. Okay, I want to talk about this because it feels like we get a little bit lost here. So this is fine. I love your positioning here where it's like, you know, you're playing off this like ever so slight like angled bit here. Love this. I loved all of this positioning here. I loved your beam management. Absolutely beautiful here, Stormie. Loved all this, okay? This is really, really great. Right. You see that this cast falls. If we want to res this cast, we need to do it instantaneously. Now, this isn't your fault that the Lucio dies. The Lucio goes and feeds his brains out, so it's not on you, because obviously you're trying to enable your cast. So, what I would do here is as soon as this cast falls, I'd be going straight in to do this res. The reasoning is because it's gonna, you know, it's not going to have time for this this Ashe to react, to be able to coach come and come up to you. She's used her dynamite as well, so there's no way she can go and dynamite the res. So I would GA myself, just do a little GA cancel forward, go straight for this res, hoping that your Venture ends up like, you know, covering for you in a second, because I'm hoping they're going to like, you know, drill forward or something like that. So do that. You do end up doing it, which is really, really great. It just takes you a second to be able to do it. Right. And then it's this bit. Can we get to our Sigma here? No. This is just unfortunate that your Sigma is just going to end up falling at this point because we end up taking... Not that it took a little bit too long to res, because I feel like the res is the correct decision to do. It's just they can all just collapse onto your Sigma because your Lucio's gone. So he's going to go. Is there any way we can get to the Sigma? No, because obviously he's completely out of beam range. So I see this as Sigma's gone. Okay? How can we still do something with this team fight? We can go and enable these guys, okay? So we either go into the back line and go and, you know, help Venture with the, like, little drilling or whatever they're going to do. Or we can go and help the cast by going and damage boosting him in the back line and stuff like that, okay? We cannot reach the Sigma here, so there's no point us trying to G ourselves forward and into LS like the life we would start shooting us, okay? So if we can't get to someone, leave them. Either find a different way to get to them if we can. Obviously, we can't, you know, we can't find a way to be able to get to him. So we'll just go and enable these guys. All right. I'm gonna see what your DPS end up doing with this though. I feel like unfortunately this end up getting taken out. I love Venture as well, just like drilling about in the back line. That's not fully on you though. Like your Lucio fed his brains out, which is unfortunate. That's good. We don't really have any ultimates apart from B for this next team fight. We know as well they've not used Shatter in a while, so obviously just be careful for Shatter here. Once again, be using these high grounds if you want to be able to stay away from the Shatter and everything, because we know we've not used that in a while, but it's all good. Nice. I've been chaining myself forward here just to make sure that we can get our Venture out and just doing a quick little sling back. With Venture, a lot like a Reaper or like a Moira, for example, they will use their movement abilities to get out from risky situations. So Reaper will use his Wraith to get out. Venture will use their Drill in order to get out. Moira will use their Fade as well in order to get out. So we want to try and beat them halfway if we can to make sure that we're topping them up before we like sling ourselves out and back basically, alright? But nice. You lose your feeds once again. That's too aggressive as well, and your Sigma Shield is not going to be able to withstand to be able to go and res it. Nice. Make that a GA cancel here, so it means that we're, what's it called? We don't need to be, you know, we can save our GA cooldown in case we need to like go and help basically. If you can, try just to go up onto this high ground. I would just use this GA just to be able just to go up onto this high ground. Nice helping your Venture here, though. Let's get careful for Slam, so we know he's going to have that. We can res here. We can res. What I would do here is, because your team are pretty healthy right now, we need this Lucio alive because he has his beat. So if we can, try just to kind of come forward and do a res behind here. We want to try and do this instantaneously with our Valk, so it means that we can get him back ready for this beat, and we can still keep damage boosting these guys while all these guys are still really, really healthy, alright? I'm hoping you'll go for the res. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that you do end up going for it, but we could have definitely, if we did it instantaneously, we could have done it really, really quickly. Nice. If you want to go up, remember use a super jump to position rather than positioning. So if you can, try just to use this as a, you know, like instead of you just doing a vertical super jump up here as you're positioning, instead use it to sling yourself up onto this high ground like this. Because then it means that we're out of LOS of like any ultimates, like for example they might have High Noon with the Shatter and everything as well that's they still yet to use. So we can go up onto this high ground here. It means then that we're still in a really, really good position because we're using our coverage. Yeah, we're playing up in the air if we want to. Alright, keep it going though. He's using High Noon. It's a very, very good pin. We ended up taking up, I'm just going to say this isn't your fault, by the way, because your Lucio should, you know, your Lucio here is the one to touch, so we don't need to be, slinging, you know, be looking to walk ourselves onto the point here. Lucio is going to be your best staller right now, and he knows that. So if you can, try just allow the Lucio to come onto the point, and then you can have, like, just play around him and try and help him. We don't need to be, G'ing ourselves on, basically. Alright, but we keep going. I feel like it's just gonna, with these guys capping it, all good. We'll keep on going. I don't have too much to say about that Stormie. It's mainly kind of like just the same things as I mentioned last time about obviously not drift, you know, make sure that we're still like really cautious about our position as we're doing so. Another thing that I do want to add on though is try if you can to keep your positioning within the team. There's been a few times where we kind of GA'd ourselves back and we're not still playing team centralized and playing within our team basically. So if you can, try just to keep playing so we're still in LOS of like everyone, if we still get our beam onto everyone as much as we can, instead of you, like for example with the Sojourn on this first point, slinging ourselves out and away, okay? But we keep on going. Play quite passive. It seems like it, which unfortunately when you're playing with a Lucio or like an Alaria, someone that doesn't do a lot of healing, it's not that great. Okay, so we know they've got a sniper. We do have we have our Kiriko now instead of obviously the Lucio, so it means that we can get It means we can get out a little bit more like damage boost out, because obviously the Kiriko can heal a little bit more. So nicely, obviously, you know, you put your beam onto your Ramattra right now. I am aware that the Widow's up here, so I'm gonna see what you end up doing with it. Very, very nice. I've been looking to rotate now because, you know, we're in like a little bit of a risky spot. Nice. Nice rotation. We're not... Remember, we could hear this Widow when we know the Widow is playing... You know where the Widow's going to play because you played with the Widow right at the beginning, okay? And we know they've got a Widow because you can hear her, okay? So we need to be really, really strict with our positioning, okay? Because if this was a higher lobby and we peek a Widow, boop, our head's gone, okay? So if we can, try just kind of make sure that this GA is kind of into this like piece of cover like this. And making sure that we're not drifting out, once again, out into this open, so we're out in LOS of the Widow, okay? Use this as a GA into this piece of cover, and then if we do need to rotate, use our soldier as a quick sling, look away and down and away so we can protect our head hitbox from the Widow and be back here. Alright, but we keep on going. Nice GA forward. Nice. As soon as that Ryan's shield drops, because you know he's going to be... If Ryan is like panicking like that with a weaker shield and is backing off, and then it falls, damage boost straight away. Because it means that we can maybe get that really early, like, quick little pick off from him. So just try if you can just do that. Very, very nice. Just obviously be careful this Widowmaker at the top once again. If we want to try and get ourselves forward here, I'd be looking to GA myself round once again onto here, be looking down and away as we're doing this GA as well to make sure that we protect our head hitbox, and then come, you know, back round here basically. It means that we can, it's going to be hard to see your Ram unfortunately, but at the same time, you know, remember we do have our Kiriko to be able to help with that, because our Kiriko has a better LOS of the Ram here. Remember as well, your Ram is really, really healthy. Look at our soldier, okay? Remember, soldier, be being target. See if we can try just to help him out a little bit more. Nice. Very, very nice. Nice. Lovely damage boost on the punches here. Love that pressure with the damage boost. Just damage boost here a little bit more if you can, because obviously we want to try and like get him picked off. We don't want him to like, you know, be able to have the life weaver top him up a little bit more and like pull him away. That's what our Kiriko is here for. Our Kiriko is here to help heal him. I'll be looking just to damage boost a little bit more than what you have been doing at this point. But nice, we're in overtime. Damage boost a little bit more here. Unfortunately, your soldier ends up getting picked off, but it's all good. Nobody ends up touching. If we want to help our soldier here, by the way, do this as like a little like sling in and out. But he did, obviously, you know, he went in really aggressively and he got his picks, which is fair enough. We end up staying with the team a little bit more. It's all good. Keep on going. Just if we want to try and get to him, make sure that we're sling back to the back to the cover. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's all good. We keep on going. We have a Bastion as well now, obviously with a really great damage boost. Still got the Kiriko as well, so it means we can push that damage boost a little bit more. All good, let's go. So they have Hanzo instead of Widow. Nice rotation. It's just fortunate that the soldier just goes out to the LOS. Love how you don't try and go and res here and instead you're focusing on the Bastion. We could have maybe used the Bastion to go and res, but at the same time, look where our spawn is. Like, we can very easily allow him just to walk back and everything and we want to try and get a pick off. If your Bastion did get a pick off, I'd look to go in for the res, but right now, I feel like you've done the absolute correct thing of doing that. Okay. Yes! Very, very nice. Love how you use your super jump to be able to get over onto the wall, because obviously, you know, he's been walled off. Yes, Kiriko can TP, which is exactly what she's done. But I love how you're using your super jump to get over the wall to go and help him. We just need to start a little bit, like, sooner if we could have, you know, like, with reaction and everything. But really, really great. Love that from you. Ooh, don't come up here. The reason is because us coming up here, can you see how we're now in LOS of the Honor and the Life Weaver and everything? If you want to try and push it up with the Ramattra, making sure that we're doing it round to this side here, because it means that we're blocking LOS out of everyone, apart from the Sarissa, obviously, which is unfortunate. Just unfortunately your Ram ends up falling here. Go on, res. Very, very nice. Love that res. I understand that you wanted to do the res up onto this platform, which is obviously would have been the safer thing to do. I love the attempt, obviously, on the super jump res, because I feel like it was what needed to be done. Because I felt like if you just did it down on the floor, Hanzo could very easily like headshot us. So I love how you make that attempt to super jump it up onto this high ground and everything. But really, really great. Obviously, you know, you need to get this res off, so nice that you end up doing that. Really, really great. My only thing is, when we've done this res, how are we going to get out, okay? Because it kind of like, it feels like, yay, I did it. And then you just walk out, okay? I know that your J is going to be on a slight little bit of a cooldown, because obviously, you know, we did the super jump, so it means that we're going to, you know, have a little bit of a cooldown onto it, okay? How are we going to get out? Just wait a second. And then either we can GA ourselves back to our team, do like a little GA cancel if we desperately need to, or we just need to stay hugging this wall, okay? Because you've done really, really well to avoid the Hanzo with the res, but then after the res, it's like, hi, Hanzo! You know, like, we don't want to peek him again, okay? So if you can, try just keep ourselves either really up to the statue or backing ourselves out. Alright, keep it going, though. Nice. Don't be randomly super jumping, remember, we don't need to. Nice push onto the damage boost. As we're doing so, just make sure that we're still keeping an eye on our soldier, because obviously our soldier's going off in a little off angle by himself, and he's our main blue beam, so just make sure, you know, checking that he's okay. Very, very good pick. Nice. Stay with the taxi here for as long as you can, because I love where you rotated. I love how you took this like longer angle just to come around to make sure that you were safer. Really, really nice. Just if you can, make sure that we're as we are doing this, that we're kind of like staying at this taxi when we can, just to make sure that we're not peeking. Nice rotation though. Very, very nice damage boost. Very, very nice. Stay on that cover until everyone you know is definitely gone. And it's all done. So overall, Stormie, really, really great, okay? I loved a lot of things about this VOD from you, okay? Let's start with the positives. At the start of your team fights, they were really, really great. I loved where you're positioned, and I love who you were kind of like focusing with your beams. They were really, really great, okay? I really, really loved them. My only thing with that is, as we're getting into the team fights, obviously I mentioned it quite a few times, we're making our positioning a tiny bit weaker by going into like random like bits of areas and stuff like that, and also we're forgetting about blue beams and stuff like that, and who we need to kind of like damage boost, okay? So if you can, try just to, as you're doing the team fight, be really, really mindful to yourself and think to yourself, where is the best place I can position here? Where, you know, what wall should I hug? Where should I be J'ing myself to? Can I do this during a cancel J instead? Because I loved your use of cancel J's as well, kind of say it was really, really great. Just if you can, use those GAs to get yourself to these pieces of cover, all right? And then just with the damage boost, obviously I know when you were playing the Lucio Mercy, you obviously had to heal a little bit more. But when we've got that Kiriko, don't be afraid to push the damage boost a little bit more, okay? And also when the Ryan's in LOS of the AlphaAli pylon does so much healing, and it allows your AlphaAli to get a lot of really good ult charge as well. So if we can, try just to allow the AlphaAli pylon to heal up our Ryan, or like allow the Kiriko to heal up our Ryan, and keep focusing on that damage boost, because that's how we're going to get picks. And picks mean we win the game, alright? So that's really, really great. Reses overall, Stormie, were really, really great. I don't think I've got any issues with your reses, apart from I just want you to do them a little bit quicker. Like, if you want to do a res, do it instantaneously. Be like, I'm going for that res, and go straight for it, okay? Don't be kind of like wondering about, be like, la-di-da, I'm gonna go res, you know, kind of thing. Like, go straight for it, okay? And then when we do those reses, because I saw this with every single one of your reses, okay? We're not looking for an escape route after the res, okay? So if we go for a res, as soon as we're doing that res, what I want you to do is I want you to be looking about, because remember, Mercy is locked in an animation when she reses, so it means that we can't really kind of alter our hitbox, but we can look about, and we can still move about to be able to look for people to GA to, you know, to go on, what's it called? To go and escape, basically, okay? So if we can, as we're doing reses, look to be going out to go and GA to someone, basically. Valks were really great, Stormie. Obviously, we talked about the timing of them, because obviously there's a few of them that are a little bit iffy. But with that, though, genuinely, like, your Valks are pretty good. My only issue with your Valks is just make sure that we're keeping them, you know, those really good positions. Don't be drifting out into the open once again. And they were just really, really great. But with that, though, Stormie, honestly, a really, really good VOD. Just obviously, just be mindful of those things that I said to you. I think as the games go on, I get more desperate to win. I was also desperate to win. I want to get back up into plat. Honestly, Stormie, don't be like too desperate, honestly. Like, because what will happen is if you, like, you know, if you just kind of calm yourself down and play to the best of your abilities, there's a very high percentage chance that you're going to win if you're playing at your best, okay? So don't be kind of too hard on yourself if you do, you know, drop back into gold and stuff like that, because it's going to happen to everyone. You know, everyone ends up, you know, dropping down every once in a while and stuff like that. So if you can, like, you know, just don't be too hung up on your rank, and instead play to better yourself, because that's how you'll get the most out of your general gameplay, is just if you play to better yourself and get better at the game. But with that, Stormie, obviously, please do let me know if you have any more issues. Thank you so much to everyone on YouTube as well as on Twitch that's been watching this. If you want your own VOD review, obviously I talk about it at the beginning, so you could just rewind to that, basically. But yeah, just once again, thank you so much for the lovely video, everyone, and I shall see you all later. Bye!